Hello everybody! Welcome back to our English lesson. I hope that you are doing great. Today we're starting the new topic, British sports and games. But before we get started, let's have a look at the plan of our today's lesson.
So first of all, we're going to have a look at new sports vocabulary. Then we will pass to the text Popular British Sports and Games. And finally, we're going to talk about sports venues in Great Britain. Let's get started. So now I want you to repeat all the words after me. Football, cricket, tennis, golf, ice hockey, ice skating, athletics, climbing, horse riding, boating, sailing, rowing, swimming, basketball, skiing, rugby, boxing,
Now, when you got acquainted with the sports vocabulary, let us practice it. We are going to visit website learning apps and I'll show you how to do the exercises.
Exercise number 1. Match the sports to the categories. So here you can see 3 categories of sports: ball sports, winter sports, and water sports. Here you will see different kinds of sports and games. So your task is to drag this sport to the category. For example, basketball. I think that basketball is a ball sport, so I put it here. And then I take the next sport and put it according to the category needed. Alright. Exercise number 2. Here you should fill in the gaps with the names of the sports in the picture. Okay. For example, if I can't see the picture well, I can click and see it better and see it closer. So I'm sure that this is skiing. Skiing. This is how you will be doing this exercise. Now let's continue our work. Now we are almost ready to start listening to the new text about popular British sports and games. But as usual, before listening to the text, we have to get acquainted with the new vocabulary from the text. So here you can see the list of the new words which you must put down in your vocabularies with the translation after watching the video. Alright, let me read the list of these words for you. To be spread, a team, to compete, a competitor, a competition, a championship, the cup final, Wembley Stadium, Wimbledon, to exist, in Saxon times. Look through this list once again. Read the translation. Now let me show you the exercise on this vocabulary. Choose the correct variant. Read the text before doing this exercise to revise some details. So, of course, you will be doing this exercise after the video. So I want you to read the text once again for you to remember some details which may be difficult. Here, I can see the sentence. And my task is to complete it with the correct variant. For example, a group of people who play a game or sport against another group of people is, and I have to choose here. I won't tell you the correct answer. You will have to find it out yourselves. Let's get back to the text. Listen and write down the answer to the following question. What are the most popular sports in the UK? Are you ready to start? Okay, let's go. The British people are fond of sports and games. The most popular sports are football, cricket and tennis, though many people go in for such sports as golf and ice hockey, athletics and climbing, horse riding and boating, rugby and rowing. Britain invented and developed lots of the sports and games which are now played all over the world. Football is one of them. Probably the most popular sport nowadays was first developed in England. It is spread all over the country, in England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. The national teams compete with each other every year. They take part in different competitions. The two best teams play in the cup final at Wembley Stadium in London. It is one of the most important football matches of the year. National teams of England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland take part in European competitions and other international matches. There are many football clubs all over Britain. Cricket is another popular summer sport. It is sometimes called the English national game. It is known that people played cricket in England as early as 1550. Many cricket clubs were founded in the 18th century. Nowadays, the summer game, which is typically British, is played in schools, colleges and universities, and in most towns and villages of Britain. Teams play weekly games from late April to the end of September. Cricket is a very long, slow and quite dangerous game. International cricket games can last for 5 days. Cricket is not played only by men. Girls and women play this game too. Boxing, as a British sport, is one of the oldest. It existed even in Saxon times. Golf was developed in Scotland and now is widely spread all over Britain. Tennis or lawn tennis is another popular game in Britain. It was first played in England in 1872 and the first championship at Wimbledon was in 1877. Nowadays, every summer in June, the British hold their famous International Tennis Championship at Wimbledon in West London. Swimming, boating and sailing have always been popular in Britain and are enjoyed by thousands of people, but the British are less interested in skiing and ice skating, typically Russian types of sport. This is the end of the text. Well, what are the most popular British sports? Write down the answer. Now we are ready to proceed to the next task. And our next task is going to be listening. Listen and match the sports to the sports venues where they are held. There is one sport you don't need. So, what is a sports venue? A sports venue is a building or place in which a sporting competition is held. It can be a stadium, a swimming pool, a skating rink, and other places. Now I'm going to read you the options. Number 1, Wembley, London. Number 2, Wimbledon, London. Number 3, St Andrews, Scotland. Number 4, Henley-on-Thames. Number 5, Lord's, London. And I'm going to read you the options with sports. A, rowing. B, cricket. C, football. D, tennis. E, golf. F, horse riding. Now I want to draw your attention to the fact that there are 5 venues and 6 sports. So there is one sport which is extra. Alright, let's listen.
Hello. What sport do most British people like? Is it football, cricket, rugby, or something else? The answer is very surprising. In this programme we look at sport, and we begin with some famous sporting venues.
This is Wembley, the scene of some great football matches. All tennis players want to win the tournament at Wimbledon. St Andrews in Scotland is the home of golf. Henley on the River Thames is the centre of the world of rowing. And here in London is Lord's. It's the headquarters of the game of cricket, a very British game.
Have you written the answers? Great! Do the exercises on the website Learning Apps until 12:30 today. So there are 3 exercises on this site. Don't forget to do them. Next, do the listening task and send the answers to your teacher. Don't forget to send the Word document until 12:30 today too. And finally, homework. That's a lot of new vocabulary for you today. So, read and translate the text, popular British sports and games. Write down new words in your vocabulary for your lesson in Zoom tomorrow. You will find all the links to the exercises and to the text below the video in the video description.
As always, it's been a pleasure to be with you. I'll see you soon, guys. Goodbye.